Alright boys and girls, another day out on the trails here. We got the KX and the KLX. Today we're going to start out on the KLX. And power band. And we're going to see if we can keep up with my buddy's YZ125 here. Can it hang with the real dirt bikes? But let's get geared up and hop on the bikes. Alright, let's do it guys. Everyone's talking about how the KLX is underpowered. Just go ahead and get yourself a real dirt bike. I guess we'll see today how it does against a real dirt bike, YZ125. Can we keep up on the trails? It'd be kind of pointless to drag race them right now, as this is all stock just with the lid removed, so we're still making around 23 wheel horsepower. This thing's probably around 30 at least. It'd be a fun race with my KLX300 though. Now the big advantage that the YZ has is that it weighs 200 pounds. Might have a little bit better suspension than the KLX. I need to let some air out of this rear tire here. Now with the thing with the KLX, even though it's weighing around 300 pounds, still feels like I'm throwing around a bicycle here. Okay, here we go. Coming up on the rough stuff. Going over it pretty composed. Rear tire is bouncing around a little bit. So through the first trail here, and as you can see, we're keeping up just fine here with the YZ. A lot different scenery here than it is in the desert. Desert is wide open fun. This thing's keeping up pretty good. Oh yeah. It's just the suspension is like a little, like over some of those bumps, it's kind of wishy-washy. I need to let some air out of the rear.
You take the right path.
Okay, so you want me to take the harder path?
Yeah.
And give me the head start. Fine.
I'll give you a head start as well.
I don't need no head start. Said you'd give me a head start. Who are you kidding? Hit that log again, upsetting the rear. Now I see why he wanted me to take this. Oh yeah, a little bit more hilly. This guy, make me take the hard route, come on. Now I see why you want me to take that way. Cheater. Which one is it? All right, rip the berm, you know the deal. Woo! Yes, sir. Let's take a look at that from the outside with both bikes here. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. What I'm talking about. Let's go. All right, let's see how bad of a whooping this thing gets. Oh yeah, he caught me. That's the nice thing though, 4-stroke torque down low, we got him off the line. So if you were racing a hare scramble or something on the 300 versus some 125s, you'd have that punch coming out of corners. 125 2-stroke, you got to keep the revs up, but they have the advantage of being lighter. Now what? That trail?
Yeah.
All right.
It takes a while for the turbo to spool up.
88mm single on that thing.
You took off and I was just catching up.
I know, I heard it. All right, let's see how he keeps up with us. So one thing I noticed when riding the dirt bike here, one thing I noticed, the dual sport versus a dirt bike, the power band is obviously way better, but the KLX has absolutely wonderful torque. little bit unsettled there. Woo! We're moving. All right, stop the clocks. See how long it takes them to get here. Pretty good. How was that?
My fingers are tired, arms are tired.
That stiff suspension on a dirt bike makes it a little bit harder to ride. You just got to have a little bit more endurance, huh?
Yeah.
Now we're gonna hit the high speed stuff, and I'd expect that thing to probably keep up pretty well.
Probably not. It's really rocky here.
We shall see. We shall see. Here we go. These whoops are nothing compared to what's in the desert. Hey. Yeah.
What you guys doing?
Pretty good, and you?
Good.
What's that, a 2 or?
400.
Oh, YZ 400? That's a,
YZ,
yeah. Let's see how these dirt bikes do keeping up with the good KLX. So one thing I noticed after hitting some higher speed desert stuff, for the speed we're moving at on these trails with the KLX, can be considered high speed, but starting to notice I can go a little bit faster, and sometimes when I do, the suspension gets a little bit bucked around. Alright guys, so quick little comparison between a real dirt bike and a KLX300. As you can see, at times I was pulling away from the YZ on the trails. At times heated a little bit, just because of ease of maneuverability and suspension over the rough stuff. That's kind of something I noticed after hitting the desert on the KX and the KLX. KLX will get the job done. It'll get the job done for a lot of people. But as I'm getting a little bit faster in my riding, I'm kind of noticing at certain points the KLX's suspension gets upset a bit. And at first, being kind of new to riding when I was new to riding, I should say, it felt like I was being fucked off the bike, but with experience you learn to cope with that. And I'm not a pro by any means, but even I, is what I'm saying, I'm coping with the bike bouncing around a bit. Don't death grip the bars, squeeze the bike with your knees, and it gets the job done. Right now I'm heading back to the truck to get the KX, because we're going to hit some hill climbs, and I feel confident on the KX now, and I want to see how it does. But if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it to your friends, those who may enjoy it, or find it useful, and of course, if you're not subscribed, go down there, hit that subscribe button, get the bell on to keep up with all the action. If you're into motorsports, you're in the right place. But with all that being said, join the club, and I'll see you in the next one.